We live. I say it every time.
Let's do it. Week 75, live to you from Berlin, El Salvador.
Yes. It's been a big week.
Yeah, it has been another big week. It's really good. It's really exciting. Whoops. Live to you from Berlin, El Salvador. There we go. And this week's service, and I'm just going to get this out of the front, we're going to talk about BTC Sessions and what Ben does. We don't have Ben on our show. We just... It's funny because today somebody asked me about consolidating UTXOs, and I said, there's a show for that. And I sent them Ben's latest link, and they're going to do that. So that'll be good. And we'll actually go through it together as well, because we have... Nikki asked a really good question about it, and I think we have a wallet where we can practice. So that'll be good. That's coming along. Follow the little flag here and go to service, and that's where we'll talk more about Ben and what he can offer you. At the end, we have questions and answers. So if you'd like to answer a question, please put it in the chat on the side, and we will answer that at the Q&A section down the other end there.
Absolutely. Housekeeping.
And down below there is a newsletter. I've just finished writing the newsletter. If you're on our Substack, you will get that tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. We cover 3 interesting things. One of them includes our latest podcast with My Latin Life, which is a very informative channel. His Twitter channel, he puts out a lot of good tips about living in Latin America, getting jobs, where to live, how to keep your costs down, and other cool things like that, being a nomad. And we talk about a couple of other things and events coming up in El Salvador. Then, stats shout out?
Yep.
Do that really quickly. Basically,
I was going to say, didn't he? Sweet.
No, we didn't. We basically didn't. Charlie sent me $1 when I was showing him the Coin OS wallet, so that was pretty funny. And I learned more about the Coin OS wallet this week. The one that we showed you last week was actually the point of sale system. And I've discovered that there's a more... And the good thing about it is it's actually the simplest, easiest one to use. I've discovered there's a more advanced wallet that they offer. It's called Classic, but it's far from Classic. It is incredibly powerful, which I've started playing with. So we'll come to that at some point. In our GetOrbi account, we have one sat, somebody advertising BTC, XMR, and ETH. Thanks for that. And then our Geyser fund, it's popped up over there, the QR code. No contributions, but we're good with that. That's all good. And then we had our Blink wallet, which hasn't had anything in the last week either, which is all good. But we've definitely spent a lot of sats over the last week, especially at the farmers market, which we had a great time at on Sunday.
Absolutely. No, that's really good. Okay, meetings.
Yep, meetups.
Right, so this week, meetups. We have, of course, tonight in Berlin, we have our weekly Monday meeting, and it will be in the new centre, which is quite exciting. Now one thing, we were meant to be in the centre today. We did mention that last week for the podcast. It's not quite ready yet. Hopefully next meetup, our next live will be in there. So,
Nikki's done a heap, well, not just Nikki, but Nikki's been with the team that's been doing a heap of work for the last week. Pedro and his team have just been amazing.
Yep.
They put in huge amounts of work. It was a bigger job than anyone expected.
Absolutely, yeah. And then we have got also Bitcoiners out west in Santana have got a meetup tonight at 5 p.m. So if you are there, you have got 20 minutes to get there, and it's at Beats Coffee. So that's on. And then we have the Bitcoin meetup in San Salvador tomorrow night in Honolulu, and that's at 7 p.m. And that's every Tuesday night. My First Bitcoin have got their meetup on the 25th, which is the Thursday. Not to be confirmed where they're going to be holding that and what time. And of course, Bitcoin Beach have their Palo Verde on the 26th, the Friday, and that starts at 5 o'clock. They also do a Friday night meetup dinner, and that starts at 6:30, and I can't remember where that was. But it is down in El Salvador.
They haven't decided where.
Oh, right. Okay.
Oh, well, they have.
Yeah, no, they haven't. No, they haven't. Decided, no. So, but yeah, if you are in El Salvador and you want to meet up with a few Bitcoiners, Friday night dinner at 6:30, and that will come up Monday.
No. Yep. All right. We did our normal work catch up, and then we popped into the Bitcoin. Well, did we both pop into the
No, I
Bitcoin
think
Center?
I
I think
did.
Nikki just popped
Yeah.
into the Bitcoin Center to see how things were progressing. And then largely I just we both prepare for the live and the newsletter. Nikki helps a heap with getting that stuff ready. And then in the evening at 6:30, well, before 6:30, we went in for the weekly meetup in there. It's all in Spanish. So if you come to Berlin, the Monday afternoon meetup is in Spanish. So it's good for your Spanish skills. But we had Andre, who he's a foreigner who's living here, but I was quite impressed at how good his Spanish was, because he was good enough to give a presentation on the difference between on-chain and Lightning, which was really cool.
I'm going to just jump in there because I reckon that meetup was really good. We had so many young Salvadorian guys there who were really interested in looking and understanding about the difference between on-chain and Lightning.
Yeah.
It was really cool to see. So that's awesome.
It's very cool. And BTC Sessions has some really good videos on the differences about that as well. Okay, Tuesday?
Yeah, Tuesday. All right. So we had an early morning Berlin meeting to discuss the update on the centre and moving in plans. James spent time plumbing. Oh, look, there he is. Plumbing toilets.
And plumbing a toilet.
Yeah. Plumbing the toilets again. So
Again.
that's the third lot of toilets that James has been spending time sorting those out. But that's all cool. They're all working. We had also a local artist pop in, and she had painted a box.
That box up there in the photo.
That box up there in the photo.
The timing is so good today.
It is. Amazing job that she has done. So that was a special request from...
Oh, there she is, Patty.
Yeah,
Patty. In the
yeah.
photo again. Yep.
The special request from James to get it painted. So, yeah, he's stoked with that. That's awesome. And Tuesday afternoon, we spent cleaning the front new room. You will see, look at this. This is amazing. There's Tim. This is the the finished product. There was a whole group of visiting and living Bitcoiners that were on their hands and knees, and here we go, scrubbing the floors, just getting off the grease. It was an old restaurant, so there was a lot of grease, there's a lot of paint, there's a lot of scunge. So yeah, we were doing lots of cleaning, but it was awesome. It was great. Great turnout. And then there's a beautiful sunset photo in here too. So enjoyed the sunsets here at the moment. They're just incredible, and that's from the house. So that's really cool. Wednesday.
We spent the morning moving from, well, I didn't, I was actually working, but Nikki and an awesome group of people, I can't remember who, but Nikki will, spent the morning moving from the old centre to the new centre. And there was a few of you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. No, it was good. It was a good turnout.
And then they continued to clean the new centre because, it's big. It's actually really sizable. So it'd be great for anyone who's listening and keen to come and see it. And then Jethro started his podcast in the new podcast studio called Jethro Space.
Yes, and he had a visitor.
Jethro Space.
And he had a visitor, Michelle.
Yes,
and her husband, and that was really cool. We had a nice lunch with her husband while they were doing the space, Twitter space, which was awesome.
And if you go, I haven't linked to his profiles live, so I'll update this afterwards and I'll share his profile and the episode, which is available on YouTube, which will be really cool. And
I think one thing with Jethro's that was his first Twitter space that he's actually run himself.
True.
So it's really awesome for him. I think that's really cool.
It's very cool. He's been putting a lot of time and effort into preparing for this. He had some pretty big name guests on there, to be honest. He had I'm not in the libertarian space as much, so I don't know all of them.
Yeah.
But the one that I definitely did know was Sats for Life. Sorry, it was Rusty from BTC Sessions. And that's pretty serious. That's some big clout. So that was really cool. It was a great way to start the podcast studio, and I guess just get it off the ground and get it going. Just get started, just do it.
And I think that's what it is. It doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. You just gotta start.
Just gotta move.
Yep, move forward.
Awesome.
Which is really cool.
Yes. Oh, there we go. Michelle was his special guest.
Yes.
All right, she's coming back in April. That'd be awesome. And we'll have a more prepared studio for her next time around, which will be good. All right, we're going to do our BTC Sessions. Yes. Okay, our service for the week. BTC Sessions, basically, his best content would be on YouTube because he provides video tutorials on how to use a whole heap of different Bitcoin technologies. So simple things, and he keeps it really simple as well. And he also does quite advanced things as well. And you can find out about how to buy Bitcoin, how to put Bitcoin on a wallet, the difference between wallets, how to back up your wallet, how to use hardware wallets, software wallets, cold wallets, hot wallets, all of these different things. He covers all of those really, I want to say stupid questions they're not stupid questions. It's, you might feel stupid asking those questions. This is the guy who writes tutorials to walk you through it, and he is really in depth. I mean, we use his tutorials a lot to just make sure that we understand something ourselves, and we use them a lot to share with other people who want something. And as I mentioned at the start this morning, the thing that jogged me was a friend asked us about UTXOs, and I was like, well, I just saw Ben put out an episode specifically on it, and I actually started watching it to just get a gist of where he was going with it. And then when I had this question, I thought we should actually do it, so we will do that one. But for example, he's also got great episodes on the seed signer, which is something that we're big proponents of. Got one here. So if you want to learn more about the seed signer, he goes into a lot of depth and detail about it and how it works. It's a great hardware wallet which you can build and buy yourself if you like.
I think I did his Bitbox 2 one too.
Oh yes.
Yes, before we
Here too. How about that? A Bitbox 02. Yep. This is a Bitcoin, but you can also get a multi-chain version of this hardware wallet as well. But yeah, I mean, basically, if you can find a random hardware wallet somewhere, Ben has most likely done a tutorial for it. So if you're stuck and you need reminders on how to use these things, his channel is a great resource. And I was going to say something else about that. There was I can't think what it was, but also exchanges, how to buy things and stuff like that. I've lost my train of thought. Gee whiz, I've had a bit of a rough start to it.
Yeah.
There was something else you were going to say about that, and I can't think what it was. No, it's all right. No, there was something there, and I've stumbled over myself.
You can always come back.
I can always come back to it. Yep. I can. Okay. But anyway, basically, his YouTube channel's also, his Twitter channel's also quite good. Go on there and follow him. He does a lot of talks with other Bitcoiners about things, but I recommend him if you want to learn something about Bitcoin, if you have questions about Bitcoin. He breaks things. Oh, that's what it was. The Liquid Network, that's something that's been a hot topic at the moment with Aqua and the high fees and things like that. And he will explain to you why the fees are high, and he will give you really in-depth details about how to try and manage your fees and keep them down to the lowest point. He explains the risks really well, so he's not going to he'll have a biased opinion about whether something works well or doesn't work well, but he's not going to have a biased opinion about you should use this over that because he just likes it more. So he's explaining how the Liquid Network works because it's a useful tool to help people in certain situations. So I really like his neutrality on the tools that he uses and things like that as well. Which
and
is really cool.
Really easy to follow.
Yeah,
I think
super easy to follow.
It's really easy to follow.
Yep.
Yeah.
So cool. He has multiple camera angles where he actually shows you the screen. He shows you what he does with his hands, and it's really good. All right, I think that's like if you need help with your Bitcoin, go check out BTC Sessions first. There he is over there on the side. Good timing today. It's great timing. And his YouTube link is down below. His Twitter link is down below as well. And that's an easy way. Bookmark it, like it, watch it, share it. It's really good stuff. All right.
Okay, Thursday. All right. So we went up to the old centre and had a clean. We actually had some visitors, Bitcoin visitors, come to Berlin, and they came up and had a bit of a sweep round too and helped clean, which was awesome. Then we spent time continually cleaning up the centre. What's happened is so many rooms working and work getting done on them, and so we're finding we're just having to go through each room as they finish it to get it ready to move in, which is really cool. So we spent some time. Also spent some time, as you can see, hanging up the artwork, so which is really cool. So we had a few of us putting that up, putting the big map up, and getting that all looking okay. We now just need furniture in the centre, so we're getting there. And we had a call Thursday afternoon with some Bitcoiners down at the beach, and just about projects that we're working on there with adoption of Bitcoin, which is really cool. Working on those, and then I think we did a cash Bitcoin trade, so we pay our rent too.
Yes, we did. We did a peer-to-peer trade.
Yeah.
Funnily enough, I actually used funds that were on the Liquid network and moved them through my Aqua wallet to a Coin OS wallet. So that was quite a different transaction for us. I mean, normally we're largely in the Blink wallet.
Yeah.
So it was quite cool to be between so many wallets. That's not everybody's flavor or cup of tea.
Yeah.
It is actually quite complicated. I'm doing things that are probably a bit more advanced than what the average person wants or needs to do. But it's because I'm learning, I'm testing different systems and stuff like that. So, it's just part of our life.
Here in El Salvador.
And living on the Bitcoin standard.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I'm just going to push out Bitwage because this actually came up in conversation a lot this week, which is quite exciting.
Yes.
We use it to get paid. So if you work remotely, that's not good. If you get paid remotely or into a US bank account, many bank accounts around the world actually, you can have dollars paid into those bank accounts and they will give you Bitcoin or they will split it. So you could split it 10% to your Bitcoin savings and the rest goes to your bank account. And I am hoping that we will one day see Liquid on that as an option. So we'll see how we go. All right. Friday?
Yep.
Okay. We paid our rent, so that meant we actually went to a physical bank and put dirty old fiat cash into it. It actually went really smoothly. That was quite good. It was a pretty big bank. Yeah, it was a credit bank or something. Yeah. Then we drove to San Miguel and we headed to a small village to look for ceramics, and that was an interesting experience. We didn't find much. No. It was a long way out of our way, but that's okay. Then we went to Vidri, which is basically a hardware store here, and it's a hardware store, DIY store. It's got lots of tools and homeware stuff, and things you would use to fix toilets and stuff like that. And then we went to Super Selectos, where we paid with Bitcoin from our Blink wallet to a Chivo 8. They have a Chivo web wallet, and this was one of the worst experience I think I've had with Chivo, other than them blocking a transaction. It took 19 minutes to confirm a Lightning payment. So we stood around waiting for the Chivo system to confirm the Lightning payment that had gone out.
I think what was amazing was the girl on the counter on the till was so onto it. We were going, oh my God, she could work the mouse. She was just not a problem. Yes. It was so easy. And then the transaction. Yeah. This would be the first time we've had a Super Selectos till operator be on top of it. Yeah. Right? Yeah. She was all ready to go. She had it, normally they have to load it up, and they have to log in, and they have to do this and that. She had it all ready. She was ready to go, grab the mouse. Oh, yep. And then the transaction let the whole process down. Yeah. And so I've contacted Chivo. I haven't heard from them yet. I'm sure they're listening to me today. I'm just kidding. I know they're not. But I need to follow up with them in a bit more detail. So because it happened again on Saturday, but we'll come to that in a moment. Then we went to PriceSmart and we paid with Bitcoin again. And we tried to pay with the Athena native Lightning integration. Now, Athena and Blink don't play well together for some reason, but what's awesome about the Athena point of sale is they've got 3 different ways to pay Lightning. So you can pay via the Chivo Lightning API, you can pay by the native API, and you can pay via the Strike API. I think there's a fourth one. There's Lightning, there's Chivo, there's on-chain.
And Strike.
Okay,
so the fourth one's on-chain. That was a bit bumpy, but we got there, no problem. And then when we came home, we headed to the centre to help out with what was needed, and then we just had a quiet night at home. Yeah,
I think you stayed at home and I went to the centre.
Oh, was it?
Sorted out.
Yes. Right.
That's all good. Saturday, all right. So I headed into the centre early. James had to catch up on some work, and just spent the day. We pretty much spent the day at the centre. We were just still cleaning, still working on bits and pieces, getting we've got all the light signs up, which is really cool. They look great.
Artwork and signs.
Yeah, all the artwork and the signs, and so we just really got stuck into that. But it did take us all day to do that, which was quite surprising. We then James went and filled the car up with petrol, and also went and got a car wash. he also had to pay with Bitcoin using, I think it was Blink going to Chivo. And this time it took 7 minutes or 9 minutes to...
Yeah, so we went to the Uno fuel station and we pay there, I don't know how often, once a week or once every 2 weeks, depending on how much we're driving. Definitely once every 2 weeks when we drive down to the beach. And normally no problem. Like the Chivo wallet service is really good. But this time, 7 minutes. We waited 7 minutes for the Lightning transaction to confirm. That's not actually how Lightning's meant to work, which means that Chivo are doing something messed up. And I don't know what it is. And I've sent them information, but I need to go through more official support channels next because they're not coming back to me.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. And then I also want to mention that, what was the other Bitcoin payment I made? I'm kind of disappointed. We onboard businesses, and then I went to one of the businesses to get the car wash in Bitcoin, and I'm like, I'd like to pay in Bitcoin. And they're like, no, really staunch about it. Everyone in the place was just like, no, they're all getting quite animated about it. And I was pushing back, in a fun way. And because Charlie went and onboarded them and got them on the map and everything. And they were really adamant that they weren't going to accept Bitcoin. So anyway, I was tired of trying to find a car wash. No one else was there, so I just did it. And after the car wash was done, I actually got to interact with the owner. And it was quite interesting. He could actually speak a little bit of English. So we had a little bit of interaction, built a little bit of a relationship. And then I asked him again at the end. And he was like, I left the phone with the wallet at home. So hopefully next time it'll be a bit better. But these guys, what's unfortunate is I think they say, yes, I'll accept Bitcoin. And then they magically expect business to just start flowing in the door. But, it takes time. I mean, I don't get a car wash every day.
Yeah. I think that's a good thing to point out. It is something that, people aren't going to get Bitcoin in every single transaction. And it's amazing that they think they're going to get all of a sudden they're going to get all this business because they're now accepting Bitcoin. But when you are living in a town that only just started really adopting Bitcoin in the last 8 months, I'm going to say 6 to 8 months, then it's not everyone's going to be adopting it. And there's not many foreigners yet who have moved up here. We've got about 20 people max that are here. So, I think it takes time. And it's just a big thing that people have to be aware of, that, it's not, but that's all cool. Yeah. And then the rest of that day, I'm going to keep moving on, one of the local Bitcoiners, it was his birthday. And so we had an awesome barbecue. He did an incredible pulled pork. I think he started at 1 o'clock in the morning, started cooking it on charcoal, smoking it. It was a long, slow process for them, but it was really lovely. We had a good group of people, and we also had some local, actually not local Bitcoiners, but we had some Bitcoiners come down from El Salvador, and so they drove down on Saturday, and I got a hat. Yeah. We were, and we got some books for the centre, which is really awesome. We were rapt about that. Yes. And they came along to the barbecue as well, so that was cool. Yeah. I'm not sure if we can mention who. I'm not sure, but we had some very prominent people in the industry here in El Salvador come and visit us, which was really, really cool. Yeah. And they, like Nikki said, they came along to the birthday barbecue. And if someone wants to mention in the chat, I know, I'm pretty sure, I'm pretty confident I know what it is. But what is Nikki's hat? So see if you guys know what Nikki's hat means. So tell us in the chat. Yeah. But yeah, no, that was really cool, and that was where we talked about some pretty cool technology that's happening, some really good ideas. It's actually where the Bitwage conversation came up, and that person may actually be able to go and talk to Bitwage with a bit more authority than I can, and say, hey, we know that there's people like me, us, we would use it, that would like to use certain services. So it's really exciting. Yeah. I love this. Max and Stacey. No, it wasn't Max and Stacey. I'm just going to put that one out, but no. No, I mean, we could mention them if they turned up. I mean, they're all over the internet. These guys keep a low profile. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Sunday? Yes. Sunday, we were up at 4 a.m. because we were going to the Bitcoin Farmers Market down in El Zonte. It's a 3-hour drive for us, but we love it. We do. Good. Well, it's I know it's a long day. I mean, I get a bit cranky by the end of the day, I think. But poor old Nikki, I get all the time. But it is such a cool day. I mean, whether, I sell much soap or not, it doesn't really matter. It's the people that we meet and interact and be part of, be part of the Bitcoin Farmers Market. It's such a cool event that James and Kiki have put together.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So.
Yeah. I mean, we're slowly selling more and more soap each time we go, which is great. Well, Nikki does. I walk around and just take photos and tweet stuff. But no, it's a great event. It's a great social event. If you're in the beach in San Salvador area, highly recommend you make the time, or if you're coming to visit El Salvador, make the time to hit that Sunday, because it's like a giant meetup on Sunday from, are they 9 a.m. now?
Yeah, 9 till 3.
9 until 3, but don't wait until 3. Come 9 until
It's
12.
really back up.
Yeah, 9 until 12 is the best time to be there.
Yeah.
It seriously is. Like, you get a coffee, there's an opportunity to buy stuff, because by 12, if it's
the meat sold out.
yeah.
Meat sold out. Yeah,
Owen was gone by 12.
Yeah.
Like, he had nothing left to sell.
Yeah.
So if you're serious about coming to buy something, you need to come in the morning.
Yeah. And I want to actually say something there too.
Yeah.
James has said he just wanders around and chats to people. It's really cool because I will have people come and chat to me, and if there's things I can't help with, then I'm always going, James, I said, I'll go and talk to James. Or, I mean, we had so many people asking us questions.
I actually had
today.
a line of people.
It was incredible. And they had so much. They're wanting to know about Bitcoin mining. They're wanting to know about Berlin. They're wanting to know about wallets. They're wanting to know about importing stuff. It was incredible. There was just so much stuff that was,
We had someone who was actually a developer, and they were from Peru, and they were like, oh, hey, I want to ask questions. And then we had people, we had someone who came up to visit us in Berlin. He was down at the beach, and he was like, hey, you need to meet this guy, and he needs to come up to Berlin. And Napo turned up, or BitDriver, and I was like, hey, you need to talk to BitDriver because he'll bring you up to visit Berlin. So it's such a great experience. There's so many awesome personalities there that we end up connecting with, and it's really cool. It's a great morning every second Sunday. Highly recommended.
Yeah.
All right. So, I mean, we spend a lot of money there. We buy a lot of stuff from a lot of the vendors to bring home for the next 2 weeks and to eat there while we're there. Then we had a quick meeting with Mike, which was really awesome. Like, we sent him New Year's wishes and everything, and he was like, hey, come around and catch up. So that was really cool. He wanted to hear what we were doing in Berlin and just make sure we're all good out in the wop-wops, as we say, which was really awesome. That was really nice of him, and we really appreciated that. So that was good. When we stopped at the Puma. Oh, man. Okay. I know why Nikki's laughing. We stopped at the Puma, which is the new Puma, if anybody's...
Outside of San Blas.
Just outside of San Blas. If anybody knows that Puma, every time we go there, I'm like, can I pay him Bitcoin in Spanish? Can I pay him Bitcoin? And, of course, the staff just, they
It's not going to happen.
I said it being cheeky as I normally am, and the lady's like, yes. And I'm like, in serio? Are you serious? Are you for real right now? And she's like, yeah, you can pay in Bitcoin. And I'm just like in absolute shock. And she pulls out her tablet, and she's got the Athena point of sale on it. And we paid for a bag of ice, a couple of drinks, and I think Nikki had an ice cream.
But what was amazing, we were there that morning, and it was a no-go.
Yes.
Absolutely no-go.
Yeah.
And so that was...
Yeah. It's quite a shock for us.
It was.
Yeah. To be there in the morning where they were like, no. And I actually asked them the specific question, in the future, will we pay Bitcoin in the future? And she said no. Yeah. And then that afternoon, there was another lady who had a tablet, and she's like, yes. Yeah. So that was cool.
And so any Bitcoiners who fill up with their car, you can now fill up in Puma and outside San Blas, and I would just keep pounding them. Yeah. Okay, we know it's down under the counter. Yeah.
Yes. So that's a really good point. Sometimes they need specific staff members to operate it, but the more you push, the more they will train another staff member to do it out of hours. And it's great that they've adopted it. Yeah. Because I remember when we first went there, and they were like, yeah, we'll have Bitcoin by the end of the month. Yeah. And then it's probably it's 6 months later or more. Easy. Maybe 8 months later, and it just happened this weekend.
So it's cool.
And then by the time we got... so we actually brought Jethro home with us.
Yes.
So that was awesome. We had a great ride home with Jethro. Got to catch up, talk about what was happening with Berlin, the studio, a event. So if you're coming to there's 2 events actually. There's this weekend. We forgot about this weekend. This weekend there is the Bitcoin meetup on the 21st. So I think that's the Sunday.
It is.
I don't
Sunday
know.
afternoon.
Put it in the chat. Not yet. Sunday afternoon, we're going to have a general Bitcoin meetup. It'll be mixed language, English, Spanish.
And it's going to be at Eco Pake.
Yes.
Yep.
Which great venue, great food. Coming this Sunday. Yep. There we go. All right. And then at the halving party, if you're coming for the halving party in early April, book extra time to stay longer because this event appears to be attracting more events and there's going to be opportunity to meet people like actually Ben from BTC Sessions. There's a good chance he will probably come down for the halving party and I don't know, maybe he can even be convinced to come and visit Berlin. Yes. I don't know. Maybe we should clip this and send it to him. Come on, Ben, let's do it. Come and teach us how to use our seed signer properly. But yeah, that would be something to keep in mind if you're booking tickets. Come up to Berlin at the end of the halving party because there's rumors that we're going to be having an event up here that will definitely be worth checking out.
Yeah.
So.
Absolutely. I think there's going to be actually a stream of events. So you're going to have the halving party for the 3 days. Then there's going to be a meetup barbecue event. Yep. And then there's going to be a Bitcoin Beach event. And then there's going to follow on with the Bitcoin Beach or the Bitcoin market, farmers market. And then come up to Berlin. So there's huge amounts that are going to be happening. Yeah. And of course, prior to that, My First Bitcoin, the day before, have got an event as well. And their gala dinner.
Yes.
So yeah.
It's going to be huge. We need to actually write down and organise what we can talk to people about that. I noticed my API thing keeps missing a number occasionally. And then our life up here has changed significantly compared to what was at the beach. We came up, we ended up unpacking the car, dropping bits and pieces off, and then we went to the park for dinner. And we just bump into friends having dinner at the park on Sunday evening. And then we had ended up with basically a rotation of people came through the table. It was really cool. Yeah. The restaurant owners, we get to know them, so it starts to become more enjoyable to interact with them, ordering our food, talking to them about what's happening. And we had a great evening at the park with our friends. Yeah. So the lifestyle here it's really cool.
No, we're enjoying it.
Super happy here in Berlin.
We eat out a lot more than we did down at the beach.
Yeah, and we had pupusas for dinner, which was I like that pupuseria. Yeah, they're really good. Now, I don't know if anyone's answered the question about what Nikki's hat means, but we're gonna see if it's in the question and answers. All right, let's go through it. You guys have been busy. This is awesome. I'm gonna try and get through it quickly.
Okay.
Jethro, thanks. It's going to be fun. Bitcoin landing spot. Hola, hola. Hey, guys. Hope your travels are going well. Super pilotish. Hola, amigos. Jethro, what's up at Bitcoin landing spot? I definitely second the suggestion to check out BTC Sessions tutorials. They are super helpful. And Andre's presentation was excellent. Great graphics in addition to his Spanish being fluent enough. Yeah. Jethro, you nailed it. He's... I'm really impressed with the amount of content that Andre puts out. He's actually really valuable for any circular economy community to have around, and he helps out with Blink material as well. So just to give anyone an idea of, other people have noticed his value, which is cool. Super pilotish, yes, BTC Sessions is a great YouTube channel, and he is Canadian, yes, which is the big maple leaf, which is awesome. Canada does produce a lot of good stuff, especially in the Bitcoin space. Yeah, like truckers. Jethro, thanks for all the shout out. Michelle, look forward to coming back. That was in regards to Jethro's new podcast. Rustin, head of news at Simply Bitcoin. Thanks for watching. Is he here? Super Pilot Jethro did a great job. Did you watch it? Man, that's awesome. Oh, awesome if you watch that. That's super cool. BTC Sessions is probably the #1 best tutorial channel on YouTube for Yep, I'd agree with that. I don't watch anything else when it comes to YouTube tutorials. I go to BTC Sessions first. Jethro can also buy it soon at the Bitcoin hardware store in El Zonte. Yes, the Bitcoin hardware store with Ronnie and Jamie. That it's leaked. The store photos are out there on Twitter. We saw Ronnie and Jamie on the weekend. Awesome guys. They're really cool. Croeglass, I'm not sure if I pronounced that right. Bitbox02 Bitcoin only is the best hardware wallet. It is a really good hardware wallet. It's very secure. It's made in Switzerland, I believe. It is. Yep. Their security is some of the best in terms of they keep a very high watch on their chip and code base, which is really important when it comes to security of a wallet like this. Jthro, it's definitely at least one of the best. I have one and I'm happy with it. Bitcoin landing spot, P2P trades is the real Bitcoin. Yep. Love the peer-to-peer trades.
In fact, we even have people at the market asking us about that too.
Yeah, the peer-to-peer trades?
Yeah, they want San Salvador. There's a San Salvador group that do a peer-to-peer trade. WhatsApp group, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we have one in Berlin as well.
Yes. So peer-to-peer trades, it's definitely a big thing here. Yeah. It's growing a lot. We do it because we need cash to pay our rent. We're still working on our landlord slowly. But the good news is this week we had a Salvadoran come to us and say, can we please buy Bitcoin from you? And I'm like, yes you can. So that was awesome. He was buying Bitcoin, which means he gave us cash. Normally it's the other way around. And if anybody's following us and they know what that means, it's a really positive sign that the circular economy and the direction of Bitcoin has got people's attention.
Yeah.
Jthro, it's definitely still good for beginners to know about more advanced options. Jthro, just awareness that more advanced options exist and to be at least your... so Bitcoin landing spot, at least your Chivo payment got confirmed. Yes, it did, and I am grateful for that. And we were standing around for 20 minutes is not a big deal opposed to having to deal with their customer support. How do they use Chivo? So at Super Selectos...
do they have to use Chivo?
Super Selectos choose to use Chivo. They have other options if they would like, but they're a big chain. And I think it works well for them. The challenge that they have is that Chivo are letting them down at this point. Jthro, the Bitcoin customers don't magically come if the Bitcoiners don't come. As customers, it takes time for people to get up here to Berlin. Yes, it does. Max and Stacy. No, it wasn't Max and Stacy. Jthro, Twitter, not X, is my guess reason the hat. No. Unless it's Segwit to X. No, I don't think so. I'm gonna share it soon. Super Pilotish. If we take the bus from San Salvador to Berlin, will they let us get off at the Bitcoin Center? No, but it's not a long walk.
No, it's really short.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're literally like round 3 corners, I think.
No, because they drop you off up.
There's a bus that stops in
there is
in town.
Yeah, true.
It depends on which bus stop they drop you at.
Yeah, but it's not far. Either way.
Yeah. Oh, not far. And today I just updated the location of the center on the map. So the new center has been updated. Jthro, good info. Bitcoin landing spot. We need a Bitcoin farmers market in Berlin, please. We're working on it. We need more sellers. That's what we need.
Yes.
In Berlin. Jthro, we had one in October, Bitcoin landing spot, with another one coming potentially. Stay tuned. Yes. We just need more sellers. So we got one. But we can find more. We can. Jthro, thanks for the ride up. That was all good. It's a good ride. It's amazing how fast it goes when you start talking about Bitcoin stuff. Jthro, coming meet up this Sunday. Yes, it is. Also for April, more details coming soon. Plan to stay for at least 3 or 4 extra days after the halving party if you're flying to El Salvador anyway, or more.
Yeah, I'd say more.
Yeah,
I'm going a week.
You see, then Jethro's update, Jaded, really 4 or 5 extra days or more.
Yeah.
April is going to be incredible. Carlitos Way, hello there. Are there any events going to be between February 3 and 9? Nikki will check the calendar right now. Super Pilotish, is BitDriver a good service? It looks good. What do you guys think? Yep, he's great. He's got, I think, 7 drivers that he has on hand with different size vehicles. And yeah, he can organize a whole heap of stuff. If you want another driver, We have Juan, who comes to the Bitcoin Sunday market, who's also really good. We can recommend. Yeah, those guys are great. Yeah.
All right, Carlitos Way. Okay, so you were going to miss out on the Bitcoin Farmers Market. That's not on that weekend. But Monday you have here in El Salvador, you will have, here in Berlin, we have our Spanish meetup. Tuesday, if you're in San Salvador, there is a San Salvador meetup, and it's in Honolulu, and it starts at 7:30. And then if you're down at the beach that's Friday the 9th. So if you're down, yeah. So that's about it at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Super Pilot Edition. Steve talking about how good BitDriver is, which is great. So BitDriver, his name's Napoleon. I think he's in the photos today. Was there a photo with him and me?
No. You had someone else. You had
this guy. You used the photo where I'm pulling a stupid face. I took another photo, so I didn't do that. Anyway, Napoleon was awesome. He organized a drop-off for us via Juan. But the two drivers that we recommended, they coordinated between themselves to bring stuff for us from San Salvador to the farmers market, and both of them ended up turning up on Sunday, which was awesome.
One thing I didn't put in what we did on Sunday. Sorry, guys, we to and froing the 21 point of sale systems we picked up on Sunday.
Yes. Both of the private drivers ended up couriering down 21 Bitcoin eyes from Bitcoin Beach, Brazil, point of sale systems that were donated by a Geyser campaign to Bitcoin Berlin.
Yeah.
So we've picked those up. They're currently at the center. We need to learn how to program them and set them up for each of the merchants, but they will allow people to print receipts. They have a screen on them so you can show the QR code. They also allow NFC cards and everything like that.
So it's really cool. It's going to be great to see these out in the town, out in the stores, because all of a sudden they've got a different toy to play with, if that makes sense, and so they'll have a lot of fun doing that and wanting people to, go, wow, let's see how this works.
Yes.
Well, let's say I would be if it was me.
Yeah. And then Crypto Kerbit, you guys need to touch base with Ben and go on a show. Now, my guess at what Nikki's hat says is there is no second best.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the right answer. Jthro, he had Twitter, not X, but unless it's Segwit 2X. But I'm going to say it's a Michael Saylor quote, which is, there is no second best, no 2X.
Yeah.
It just doesn't exist. Because it does have Bitcoin on the side, the other way. There you go. It does have Bitcoin on there. No second best.
What does it have on the outside? Are they got these Bitcoin?
It's Exelon. So, well, that is a bit of a giveaway, isn't it? If anyone knows who Exelon is, that is a giveaway. So that hat is actually courtesy of Samson Mao and Jan3. And I'm pretty sure Samson loves Sailor, so that'll be what it's all about. Yep. Did I say Crypto Kerbit? You guys need to touch base with Ben and go on his show. That would be awesome. But I don't know if we're big enough to be on Ben's show. We would love to be big enough in Berlin for Ben to come and visit us, though.
Yeah, absolutely. That would be amazing.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, and he could use the podcast studio.
Yes. Jthro, you need to organise him to come and be on your show in the studio in Berlin for the event.
Okay.
Big week. How many minutes? Okay, we are really going into it.
It's been an awesome week. I mean, there's been so much done on the centre. I mean, the before photos, the final photos are going to be incredible. What's happened? The owners even turned up and they were blown away by what we've done. It's a lot of hard work, a lot of people getting in and just getting in and helping, and it's been awesome. So really appreciate everybody who has helped us there. It's been amazing.
Yeah.
All right.
Just making sure I haven't missed anything over there. I'm just going to quickly check. Oh, just in case anyone's curious, the halving is when the Bitcoin block reward will halve. Check the newsletter for some information on that tomorrow. But there's 97 days approximately until the halving will happen, which is approximately the 22nd of April. If it happens on the 20th of April, the Bitcoiners will go even more crazy.
I reckon we should start putting that in now.
This clock?
Yeah, on our clock. We should start putting the clock on.
I should share the clock.
Yeah.
I'm going to quickly load a wallet here as well and just have a look. Otherwise, go down into the description and you can sign up to our newsletter there. There we go. Guy Lou, 39 minutes ago, sent, 43,761 sats, $18.70. You guys are awesome.
Wow, thank you.
Thank you. That's awesome. You guys are awesome. Really appreciate that. The soaps. So you guys actually bought us soaps, and Nikki has them bagged up, and we've got a lady in mind.
Yes, I have.
Yes,
I went to them. She wasn't there when I went to do it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Nikki has the soaps. We have a lady that we're going to donate them to. Nikki's matching your offer from last time, which was you buy a soap, we donate a soap, and we're going to do that, which is really cool. You guys are awesome. Thank you. I think that's pretty much it. Yeah. So, like I mentioned, the newsletter down below, just checking the... Ronnie's here. Oh, man. Last minute, Ronnie. Great seeing you at the market and all the soaps. Ronnie.
Yeah, thanks, Ronnie.
Thank you. You guys are awesome. We appreciate it. If anyone's looking for accommodation in El Zonte, talk to Ronnie. He's definitely the man when it comes to that. We're going to go to the meetup tonight.
Yes.
Keep an eye out on our Twitter for updates about the centre because it's live. We're live. We're committed. We're fully committed. There is no backing out of this.
We've handed the keys over for the old centre, so we're out of that. We're in the new one.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a work in progress, but it's huge. It's awesome.
Yep. Yeah. This year's going to be awesome. Come and visit. See what Berlin's all about. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to finish it there because I'm not going anywhere. Thanks, guys. Have a great week.